Rome operated the Colosseum as a highly organized political and economic machine. The games supported a vast network of construction crews, security details, animal traders, and gladiatorial schools. These industries depended on the spectacle continuing indefinitely. Over time, complex institutions often experience drift. The primary focus slowly detaches from the original mission and shifts toward the survival of the organization itself. The greatest vulnerability for any system is reaching a point where its daily operation requires a continuous supply of conflict. Modern family courts mirror this trajectory, transitioning from a problem-solving mission into a self-sustaining procedural system. The system's design is intended to protect vulnerable children and fairly resolve domestic disputes. Parents entering the process find a labyrinth of specialized language, costly legal representation, and a cycle of continuances where procedural attrition outlasts actual resolution. Those seeking safety or answers often find themselves simply trying to navigate an institutional machine. Authority within the court is rarely concentrated in a single figure. Instead, power is distributed across a network of attorneys, clerks, evaluators, and third-party experts. This creates an information gap. Decision-makers rule on years of family history using abbreviated hearings and selected affidavits. These rulings dictate where a child goes to school, how their medical care is managed, and which parent they have contact with on a daily basis. Distributed authority can diffuse individual responsibility while leaving families to bear the risks of the outcome. A peripheral economy of mediators, therapists, and parenting coordinators provides essential services, yet their business model relies on the ongoing management of these disputes. A system designed for the user prioritizes child-centered metrics, fast resolution, reduced conflict, and eventual healing. The system-centered reality produces the opposite: longer procedural cycles, sustained conflict, and short-term legal victories. These complexities create a loop where financial resources become the primary strategic advantage and outlasting an opponent. The family court ecosystem has evolved into an industry powered by the very conflict it was designed to eliminate. Outside the courtroom, the procedural marathon drains savings, jeopardizes employment, and erodes mental health over years of litigation. Public filings containing unverified allegations create reputational harm that persists long after a case is closed. Families are forced to translate their private suffering into a rigid public courtroom performance. Parents fighting to maintain a relationship with a child are often forced to destroy the financial and emotional stability that child needs. Every modern bureaucracy eventually faces a core question: is the system accomplishing its original design, or is it merely keeping its own gears turning? This risk of institutional self-preservation exists wherever systems grow complex, from education and healthcare to the wider law. Justice cannot be measured by the number of hearings conducted or the volume of motions filed. The only valid standard for evaluating a family court is looking 5 years down the line to see if the children are safe, healthy, and connected to their families. An institution's right to exist is not justified by its complexity, but by its ability to serve the people who depend on it.